So we've come up with 7 great ways to help you not want to kill your spouse or at least be angry with them with all of the stress that comes with the holidays. And so those are going to be, first of all, expectations. Second of all, we're going to talk about boundaries. That's a really important part of this. The third thing is just being able to remember that we need to prioritize our marriage relationship, even when it gets super busy, even when our calendar gets crammed. The fourth thing is to simplify. And it's taken us several years to learn this, but it's really important. The fifth is just keep those communication lines open. There's not going to be anything new that we're going to teach you in this area because we're going to use some tools that we've talked about lots of times before, but just applying them to this holiday season. The sixth thing is stress management. We've given some tools in Marriage IQ on how to deal with stress. Again, we're going to just learn how to apply those and remind you how important it is this time of year to really take care of your mental health and your stress through some of those tools that we'll talk about again. And then lastly, traditions. And we'll talk about some of the research on that and how and why traditions are so important.
All right, let me see if I got this right, my love. Number 1 is expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is boundaries.
Yep.
Number 3 is prioritizing your marital relationship.
Mm-hmm.
4, simplify. 5, communication.
Yep.
6, stress management. And 7, traditions.
Yes. And we're going to throw in some fun stories to go along with them to illustrate why these 7 things are so important.
So you can laugh at our expense from the stories that we are going to share.
That's right. So let's go back a few years to start with expectations.
Okay.
We still had 4 kids at home, and our kids were super, super involved in school. They were involved in music events, plays, parties, friend
Concerts.
groups, all kinds of things. And that particular year,
We were at the school a lot.
we were at the school at least 14 nights out of December.
That didn't feel very festive, did it?
On top of that, we always had our annual gingerbread house decorating contest with several families. And
They
their
were big.
friends. And we'd go Christmas caroling with them. Lots of fun for that. We had other people's parties to go to. We had parties at our church. We had one event after another until the calendar was totally full with more than one event per night. We had really exciting Christmas with presents for the kids that they were so excited about. So it really seemed in a lot of ways like an ideal Christmas, beautiful decorations around the house, lots of baking, taking things to all the neighbors.
And just so you know, we lived in a house. It was in the mountains of Arizona, rural Arizona. It looked like a home that you could, out of a Norman Rockwell picture, right? It was just so beautifully decorated and so beautiful from the road. We live in a townhouse now, but I mean, back then,
I think we had like 6 Christmas trees.
yeah,
And every window had amazing things, lights in every window. Like it was decorated.
it did
with
look cool from the road. It looked like really,
You'd come around the corner
really
and it was
cool.
breathtaking.
Especially when you had snow outside. It just snowed.
Yeah,
yes.
in the mountains of Arizona, we'd get a lot of snow some years. This particular Christmas, it seemed like everything should have been hunky-dory. And on Christmas night, I remember sitting there just feeling so empty and so disappointed and like, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is all over. I've poured an entire month into this. And yeah, the kids were really excited at the gifts at the moment, but the excitement's already worn off. It doesn't even have a 24-hour holding period. I've got to do something different. Something has to be more meaningful. And Scott and I talked a lot about it. So this is why it's very important to talk with each other
Yeah.
about our expectations. What do we want from this holiday season?
But what if you don't know? What if you have expectations that you don't even know about?
That's why it really starts the year before.
Because I didn't know I had
to do-
expectations from you until I realized on Christmas morning my stocking is empty. Or I guess you of me, right? You had these expectations, but they weren't clear in your mind.
Yeah. I will say that certain expectation has been going on for 10 years. So that's why it's really important too to write things
Yeah.
down. What we do at the end of the holiday season, we have created what we call a December protocol. These are created from areas that were problematic last year, the year before, other years, and we just keep rewriting it at the very end of the holiday season.
That is part of prioritizing our marital relationship.